I'm kinda disappointed. I thought the Oracle was going to be a much bigger event. What sorts of things were you expecting? You know, something amazing. Like what, for example? An angel as big as a mountain comes flying down from heaven, carrying the Tower of Salvation. Then he sticks the tower into the ground. Okay, Lloyd. You see, that's exactly what I was saying in the last episode too, that I kind of wish that that little cutscene where they showed the Tower of Salvation for the first time, that they would have showed more than just the camera scaling up the tower, but I wanted to see how it appeared too, you know? But anyway, welcome to yet another exciting episode of Tales of Symphonia. My name is ShdwjGaming, and in this episode, we are going to make our way back to Iselia. In the last episode, Kratos and Colette made their way back to the village after we completed all of the work that we had to get done in the Temple of Martel, all of that good stuff, so we are going to see what we can do next. Actually, we do know what we're gonna do next. Colette told us to meet us at her place because she wanted to talk with us about something, you know, whatever it is. But as with any JRPG, you wanna make sure that you save as often as possible. One thing that I didn't mention is that in this game, if you die, then you have to start over at your last save point. It's not one of those games where, like, you're allowed to retry the battle right after you die. You know, it's not like that. You have to load your last save point, which is very unfortunate.
I have no objections.
Objection! Sorry.
Thank you so much for your help.
I had to.
Oh, you're back. Thank you for your assistance earlier. Please accept this small thanks.
There we go, we acquired the Collector's Book. Not exactly that monster's book that we were talking about in the last episode, but this is also pretty important if you want to 100% the game.
Thanks, Phaedra. Say,
Hail Phaedra.
were you talking about the world regeneration journey just now?
Yes.
Wow, I want to go too. I want to see Colette regenerate the world.
If Rain is going, I want to go too.
No, you'll get in the way.
That's what you said last time,
What?
and we're fine. Look at us, Kratos.
The battles at the chapel were nothing compared to the journey that awaits us. Children need to stay home.
Dang! With the insults.
Absolutely right. Now then, we still have things to discuss. You two should go on home.
For the record, I never liked that mayor.
Please wait.
You'll see why later on.
I'm sorry.
It's not like it's your fault.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Listen.
She reminds me of myself and some of my other friends from a church who like to apologize a lot. It's kind of a force of habit.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Colette. I baked you some cookies. If I knew you'd be leaving tomorrow, I would have made something a little more special, but... No, I love your cookies. Thank you very much. So what about you, Lloyd? You promised to make her a necklace, right?
Oh, so sweet.
Don't tell me you forgot.
Oh, okay, so maybe not so sweet.
It's almost done. I'll give it to you tomorrow before you leave. I swear.
Really? I'm so happy. As soon as I find out when we're leaving, I'll go to your house to let you know.
Isn't it going to be dangerous?
I'm the chosen, remember? I'll be fine. See you later then.
She's so cool about everything, you know? She's such a sweet girl, you know? Even though she's got the weight of the world on her shoulders, she's not panicking or freaking out or anything of the sort.
If I start on it now, I'll finish it in time.
Oh, really? Well, whatever. By the way, you're going home now, right? Can I go part of the way with you?
Sure, but where are you going to go?
I'm going to see a friend.
Huh? I didn't know you had friends outside the village besides me.
Does it matter? Anyway, can we swing by my house so I can get my stuff?
Sure, that's not a problem at all, Genis. Now, I just want to make a quick point after this skit, anyway. Man, that Kratos really pisses me off! Are you still mad that he said you'd just get in the way? I mean, I know he's strong and all, I guess I'd feel bad too if someone put down the only redeeming quality I had. Hey, what do you mean, only? Wow. You see, of course, only best friends do that. But as I was saying before the skit, I love the voice acting in this game, but I just, for some reason or another, I do not like Colette's voice actress that much. I just don't. Like, I prefer her Japanese voice actress. Let's just go with that. There, we've come to your house. I don't know what you need, but make it quick. It won't take long. Come on in. Look at this dog. He looks weird. Like, for some reason, I'm getting the vibe that his face kind of looks like a sheep's face. I don't know, but it is a dog, right? Huff, huff, huff. He's panting. Maybe he just came back from a walk or something. Just enjoying life as a dog. Let's see, there should be some ingredients for sandwiches in here. When you said you wanted to get ready, you meant picking up ingredients? Why are you bothering with that? You shouldn't make fun of cooking, Lloyd. We can't use healing arts, so we need to use food to keep up our strength. Yeah, I guess you're right. Apple gels aren't cheap either. Yeah, and yeah, they're not cheap at all. Cooking is very important. So, let's take a look at this explanation before we continue. You can cook if you have recipes. Cooking uses a combination of required ingredients and additional ingredients. The latter are added according to each character's personal taste. You can cook the dish if you have all of the required ingredients, but it will only have the basic listed effect. Each recipe has a level associated for each of the character. I think that should have been each of the characters, but whatever. Higher level means higher rate of success and leads to more additional ingredients and effects. You can also cook after battle by pressing square in battle results. So, here we acquire the ingredients for sandwich. Wait a second. I mean, I believe that I already demonstrated cooking in one of the last episodes, and what I prepared was a sandwich, so I don't understand why I'm only receiving the ingredients or the recipe for sandwich now. Anyway, that's not such a big deal. So we've got some beef, lettuce, bread, and all of that. I think that if we stop by the shop at Iselia, or the Iselia shop, which is called Halo, by the way, we can buy a bit more ingredients. Let me go ahead and double check, just in case some of you were curious, because I'm curious myself. Welcome to Halo, where we shoot things and Master Chief, and we destroy the aliens. Yeah, you can buy some ingredients here, but they're still pretty expensive. Wait a second. Before I buy anything else, I want to take a look at the recipe for what's it called? For sandwiches. So it only requires bread, but at the same time, you can also like add some beef and some greens, even some lemon and cucumber to that. That's more the additional things though. It's just that looking at some of these prices, it's still a little bit expensive, honestly. You know, bread is 70, and you need bread in order to cook a sandwich, or to prepare a sandwich. You don't really cook a sandwich. But yeah, that's that. I've still got a good amount of bread and, you know, some additional ingredients, so I think that will be fine. Oh, and you can buy some weapons here too, so that's pretty interesting. While I'm here, I'll just buy 2 more magic lenses to keep it at 15, you know. I'm kind of one of those guys that when it comes to numbers, I really like the, I can't say even, but because, you know, 15 is not an even number, it's an odd number, but, like, anyway, Lloyd, do something about this thing. What? Your pet, this creature, Nohish! That's my interpretation of Nohish, okay? Hey, how many times have I told you not to enter the village? Hey, you always have him bring it to the village. Don't talk to him that way. Oh, that reminds me, Lloyd. The mayor wanted me to ask you a question. From the mayor? What is it? It's about the northwest forest that you go through. You know there's a human ranch on the way through, right? You haven't been playing near the ranch, have you? Of course not. Right, Genis? Yeah, of course not. Really? If so, that's fine. But that weird animal. How many times do I have to tell you that Nohish is a dog? Sorry, he just doesn't look like a dog. Anyway, make sure he doesn't go near the ranch either. We can go now, right? Well, let's go, Lloyd. Be careful, you two. We will. See you tomorrow. Time to go, Noish. By the way, Noish, why were you trying to go into the village? He was probably looking for you. You think so? Yeah, most likely. So it turns out that Lloyd doesn't live in Iselia, but he lives somewhere else. We'll head over to Lloyd's place. So let's go this way. This is the area to the Iselia forest. Ah, that's right. Noish doesn't like this place. He'll never go near places like this that have lots of monsters, even though you hardly ever see monsters bigger than him. Okay, I'm making the same exact noise for Noish every time he whines. It's like same frequencies. I'm just kidding. It's not exactly the same. He ran off again. Fine, do whatever you want, Noish. I keep thinking if he's going to run away, he should at least take us with him. Well, he's an animal. He's just a stupid, dumb animal. I'm just kidding. Noish is a good guy. I like Noish. So instead of running away from this little kitten, let's go ahead and fight him. But there are no new enemies to see here. It's just a rabbit and a spider. A rabbit that for some reason knows how to twin kick. Look at it. So let's go ahead and demonstrate our cooking abilities. Oh, by the way, we found a magic lens. That's pretty cool. So if you just press square at the end of a battle, you can cook things. And I successfully prepared a sandwich. So as you saw, that increases our health, I believe. So that is good. Cooking is something that you will want to pay attention to in this game. Even though when I first played this game, I didn't really pay much attention to it, and I still got through. But you know what? This is hard battle ranks, so you really want to pay as much attention to your TP and HP as much as possible. So here we've got some new enemies. They are called minicoids. So now the enemies are starting to become a little bit more creative, not just slimes or spiders or hawks, but now we're running into little mushrooms called minicoids. So now that we've got the information of the minicoids all stored thanks to the magic lens, there's not really much else to say here. So let's just finish off this minicoid with our demon fang.
Just as I expected.
And there you go. So let's cook once more. But unfortunately, I think that we can only cook once more because I only had 3 bread. So let me see. Yeah. So we've only got one more chance at cooking. So let's try to be wise with, when we cook and all of that. So let's... Oh, good. An apple gel. Right when I was talking about being wise with how much cooking we do, at least we find an item that restores our health and all of that. By the way, I didn't enter these guys' information using the magic lens quite yet. And here we see that giant bee again that likes to shoot its stingers at us. Man, I just don't like insects all that much. Oh my goodness, Genis is about to die. I don't want to have to go to Iselia again just to have myself healed. So, but now unfortunately, Genis is dead. And even after this battle, he is going to remain dead unless I use a life bottle on him, speak to someone that can heal us, or go to an inn of some kind. But I think it was in the sequel of Tales of Symphonia where even if one of the party members dies during a battle, afterwards he will be revived with 1 HP. Now that is something that I liked. It made things a little bit easy, but I still liked that. What? You knew about that? I always see you hiding food in your school bag. Yeah, she never has anything to eat, so I feel bad. That's really cool, Genis. It's really nice that you share what little food we have. It's not a big deal. Don't be so modest. I'm sure that dog is really thankful. What? Dog? She's not a dog, she's a human! Oh, really? This whole time I was thinking you were keeping a pet dog in secret from the professor. Yeah, that Professor Rain can be pretty strict, so I don't see her allowing Genis to be keeping a pet anytime soon. Oh, so here's a little battle feature that I haven't mentioned yet. It's called Overlimit, and whenever a character reaches a certain amount of damage, or after a character has received a certain amount of damage, or even after some other battle factors are met, like maybe if a character close to Lloyd is killed, then they enter Overlimit, and during that time, your character cannot be stunned, and I believe that they also take less damage for each attack. However, just like how each of your party members can go into Overlimit, the same is true for boss battles, so keep that in mind. It does get a little bit annoying when bosses use Overlimit a lot. So, I already used a magic lens on these, what are they called? Minicoids, right? And they're not really much of a threat. I mean, if anything, they're really cutesy. So, but if I remember correctly, using fire attacks on these guys will do a good amount of damage on them, but it's only Genis who can do elemental attacks right now. I am stuck with my wooden blades and regular attacks that have no elemental attributes, so nothing I can do there. But here we found apple gel and mushroom. I think that if you increase your battle rank, like right now I have it set to hard, not normal. I think that when you do that, your chances of finding items, and even rare items, each time you defeat an enemy is increased. So that's one good thing about battling enemies at higher difficulties, I believe. At the Design Human Ranch, doesn't going there violate the non-aggression treaty? The Designs already attacked the temple. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. I know I'm not supposed to, but there's someone I just have to tell about the Oracle. Alright, but I'm worried about you going alone, so I'm going with you. That's nice of Lloyd. Good guy Lloyd, you know? Lloyd really is a good guy, as I was saying before. So let's go ahead and save, lest we somehow die. You know, I don't want to die and then end up all the way in Iselia, even before we went to Colette's house. Basically before everything that we did in this episode. That would kind of suck. Oh, dang, what's going on here? It's like slaves. They're slaves and they're pushing it looks like giant blocks of lead. What? I don't think that they can push giant blocks of lead, but I mean, it really does look like they are struggling. But whatever this is, it's pretty terrible. So let's, oh, can't go here yet. So we'll, needless to say now, we'll be going to that cliff later. But let's see what's going on here with this slavery. It's awful.
Marble.
Genis, is that your friend?
Yeah, I'm Lloyd.
I am pleased to meet you.
Marble, did you see it? There was an oracle.
Yes, I did. I saw the Tower of Salvation. Now the Chosen's journey of regeneration can finally begin. I hope it is successful this time.
The last Chosen failed, right?
Yes, I heard the Chosen was killed by Desians during the journey.
I wonder if Colette will be all right.
Let us pray to Martel. May she guide the Chosen on a safe journey.
Huh? Hey, Gramps.
Her name's Marble.
Not exactly the most polite guy either.
Marble, isn't that an X-sphere?
Oh, is that what this is called? They placed it on me shortly after I came here.
Yeah, that's definitely an X-sphere, but there's no key crest on it. An X-sphere without a key crest is dangerous.
What's a key crest? And how is it dangerous?
Attaching an X-sphere directly to your skin supposedly makes you sick. But ironically, it's useless unless you attach it directly onto the skin. So, in order to prevent it from making you sick, you carve a spell into a special ore and use that as a mount for the X-sphere. That's the key crest.
You're very knowledgeable.
But it looks like Marble's X-sphere doesn't have a mount at all.
Nope, doesn't look like it. If the charm was the only thing needed, I could carve one myself, but there's nothing I can do without the inhibitor ore that acts as the mount.
There has to be something you can do, Lloyd.
It's not as easy as you think. Key crests are dwarven technology.
Your dad's a dwarf. Please ask him for help, Lloyd.
Okay.
Fine.
I mean,
I'll ask him.
gotta help people in need. I mean, it would have been rude if we just said, but, you know, like he didn't want to do it. Lloyd's a nice guy.
That's why I
I'm
like
gonna
you,
play
Lloyd.
good guy Lloyd. Actually, I take that
don't
back.
tell
If I play good guy Lloyd throughout the entire thing, then it's going to I might regret it, and I'll explain why a little bit after this cutscene.
Oh no, the Desians. Run away, you two, hurry.
But who knows what they may do to her.
I know that, but what can we do? If the Desians find out we're here, just think about what they'll do to Marble and the people of the village.
That's right, you must go.
I'm sorry, Grams.
What are you doing over here? Who said you could slack off? Get back to work.
I'm sorry.
What's with that look, huh? Looks like someone's got an attitude problem.
No, of course not.
Shut up! You two, take her to the back. We're gonna give her a little lesson on respect.
Yeah.
This is terrible. This is awful. You don't do things like this to the elderly. You respect
This
them
doesn't
and you
look
treat
good.
them with
You're
kindness.
taking her to the back.
But then again, that's something that you
But
should
what
do
can we do?
to all people, you know.
There's gotta be something we can do. Let's find higher ground where we can see what's going on in there.
Anyway, as I was saying, you know, drifting away from what's going on in the story right now, the choices
Looks like
that you
we can go
make.
up from here.
Excuse me, Lloyd. Talking here. The choices that you make affect the other characters' affection towards Lloyd. Like, if you had not been good guy Lloyd during that last cutscene, then some of the affection points of Genis towards Lloyd would have gone down. And those affection points do matter. They affect a key point in the story later on, but that's just to give you an idea of what that system is. And they actually don't have that system in any later installments of the Tales of series. And I wish that they did, because, you know, when it comes to relationships and pairing and ships, you know, I really like that. And this whole affection point system can change who Lloyd ends up with romantically. But we're talking about the girls here, not Genis, because, you know, they're best friends and all, and they're both dudes.
We've gotta save her.
But how?
You attack the Desians from here with magic.
What? Aren't we gonna get in trouble?
We don't have a choice. Afterwards, hide among the bushes and make your way back to the village. I'll act as the decoy.
But that'll put you in danger.
Don't worry. I'll head down the cliff so they don't see my face. Then I'll run in the opposite direction from the village.
Okay. You should replenish your energy before we do this. I've got some leftover cookies from the ones I gave to Colette. Here, have some.
There you go. Those are two words that I'm so happy to see on the screen. Fully healed. Especially because you know that a fight is about to go down.
Open the main gate!
I don't know, it's kind of like if at the
Right, Marble.
if at the entrance of Martel's temple we couldn't handle those designs as a party. I don't know how well I'll do alone, but you know,
Lloyd.
I've leveled up since then, so I'll stop doubting myself. I'll stop doubting Lloyd's abilities. Wow, way to go, Genis. A perfect plan ruined by clumsiness. Maybe he should have been given the title Klutz instead. I'm just kidding, yeah, Genis. Poor Genis. Great, now they saw Lloyd's face though. That can't be good. But let's just take care of these designs. Oh! Now that I've got magic lenses, why don't I go ahead and use a magic lens on at least one of these guys so that I can steal their information, so I can get their SS and number and their credit card information, and I can fish them and whatever. Let's just take care of these guys. Thankfully, they're not really all that tough. There's no magic user or anything like that, and they only have whips, so I believe that the whips don't do as much damage as swords would. That would make sense anyway. Oh, one thing that I have not yet mentioned, which is a little bit surprising to me, is how much I love this battle track, you know? It's so energetic and it gets you pumped to battle. And I know it's like, there's no orchestra or anything. All of the music in this game is synth-based. It sounds like MIDI, you know? But the songs that were composed, they really stick in your mind and they're just so memorable. This track, Full Force, is one of those memorable tracks. Really, I feel like all of the tracks in this game are memorable. And I've got a funny story about the Tales of Symphonia soundtrack that I'll tell you guys either in this episode or in another one. But it's a bit of a disappointing story, but you know, looking at it now, looking back, I can laugh at it.
They saw your face. I'm sorry, it's all my fault.
Don't worry about it.
But
I took out the ones that saw my face, and the rest of them are still back up on the cliff.
So he does kill them.
As long as
He
we
doesn't
hurry
just
up and
knock
get
them.
we'll
He
never know.
he flat out kills them. So throughout the course of this game, we are really going to be racking up the body count, okay? We're gonna make a lot of people bite the dust, if you
Just do
will.
my homework for me, okay?
There you go.
okay.
And
Alright
Genis
then.
is so okay with
I'm
that.
gonna head on home. You should head back to the village.
Lloyd, thanks for helping Marble.
Hey, that's what friends are for, right?
See, it's funny because, like, there are a lot of things about Lloyd that aren't so great, like him not working so hard at school, but really, overall, he's just such a great
Analyze the
guy.
data from the gate surveillance system.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Didn't anticipate that.
How did a mere human make that kind of jump?
It's kind of interesting because as an RPG, you know that a lot of these things are medieval based. Not like you get what I'm saying, right? But at the same time, they mix in a lot of futuristic technologies like security systems and surveillance cameras, just like what they're going to access now. And chances are they are going to see my face, my very good-looking and adorable face. I'm just playing around. Let's take a look and see what's in this treasure chest. Before we end off the episode, I want to go ahead and do a bit more things. We're just on our way back to Lloyd's house. We're gonna get to meet Lloyd's dad, so get excited for that. But other than that, I don't think there's... thinking about it, I don't really think that there's much else to do. I mean, we're just fighting mini-colds right now. Mini-coids, not mini-colds. And I'm about to die, so that's interesting. I really don't want to die. I'm gonna see how long it takes for me to get a game over. Could you imagine if I got through this playthrough without getting a game over? Now, to me, that would be the most amazing thing, but, you know, unfortunately, I doubt that that's going to happen. Maybe I just need to have a little bit more confidence. I know that the battle rank is hard, but if you do level up a good amount at the beginning, you know, it's really not too bad. And as I said, there's a difficulty that's even higher than hard, which is called Mania, but I haven't unlocked that yet. Yes, I did beat Tales of Symphonia and all of that, but I beat it on the GameCube. I didn't beat my PS3 port quite yet, and I don't think that I got the information on this rabbit yet, so I'll go ahead and do just that. Speaking of, I would like to use an apple gel because I am already at pretty low health. Oh, goodness. Never before have you seen such teamwork between a bunny and a bee, you know? Let's use one more. Oh, wow, I've got a lot of apple gels. Never mind, I was freaking out that I'm going to run out of apple gels, but it turns out that I've been collecting a good amount of apple gels from these not boss battles, these enemy encounters, you know? And I guess that's partly because, again, I set the difficulty to hard, so I'm finding a good amount of items. And even in these treasure chests, I'm finding a lot of treasure chests that contain apple gels. Oh, no! Nah, I was close to dodging that guy. And here's another treasure chest back here. It's pretty well hidden, so just pay attention to that. A good amount of the treasure chests in these dungeons and maps, some of them are hidden behind trees and stuff, which can get, well, it's not really annoying, but you know, it kind of keeps you from collecting all of these good things like leather gloves, something that I collected. It doesn't really increase your defense by all that much, but when you're playing in hard mode, again, you want to pay attention to stats as much as possible. Wow, 500 gold. It took us a while to earn 500 gold over the past few episodes, but now we're at 1,340, so, you know, not bad at all. Can't complain. And there's a slime, there are slimes here in the forest too. Did I collect the information on the slime? I really don't know, but let's go ahead and do it just cause. You know, it's not like magic lenses cost a lot of money anyway. It doesn't really cost us much. Let us use one more apple gel before I die. I remember that there was a I was gonna say that there was treasure disguised as a bag. Well, not really disguised, but instead of being held inside of a treasure chest, it's held inside of this bag here. And I remember missing this the first time. I really don't know why I didn't bother to grab it the first time, you know? Just because it's not in a treasure chest doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, there's nothing inside the bag, you know? I guess I just didn't pay that much attention before, you know, when I was younger playing these games. Kind of like with Legend of Zelda. But it turns out here that if you were to, enter this area of this little dungeon or forest, per se, that you could see that treasure chest that was pretty hidden. So the game does hint pretty well that there is a treasure chest that you might miss if you're not careful enough. Alright, and we're done with that little forest. That wasn't that long, actually. Before we end off the episode, let's see this skit. Say, Noish, is it just me, or have you been restless ever since we left the sanctuary? Wait a minute, how did we even meet up with Noish again? I thought that he didn't even enter the forest. Guess he just somehow found his way around. I have no idea what you're trying to say. It's too bad you can't talk. Aw, it would be pretty interesting if Noish was a talking animal, but at the same time, I think that would have been a little too cheesy for this game. But anyway, in the next episode, we are going to see Lloyd's house and meet his father. So, thank you guys once again for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next episode of Tales of Symphonia. If you liked the video, please don't forget to hit that like button and hit that big red subscribe button to see more from me on the channel. I will see you guys in the next episode, but until then, take care.